If you receive Social Security every month and that money goes directly into your bank account, there is one thing you should check before September 2026. And to know, this does not mean that Social Security is suddenly stopping your benefits or that everyone is going to lose their monthly check. But there are important changes surrounding federal benefit payments, direct deposits, identity verification, and electronic payments that seniors should understand. In fact, the Social Security Administration says federal benefits are transitioning fully to electronic payments, while stronger identity protections are being used when someone wants to change the bank account connected to their benefits. So if you are retired, receiving Social Security, or helping an older parent manage their benefits, take a few minutes today to check your information. It could save you from a payment problem, a delay, or even a fraud issue later. The first thing I want you to understand is what this bank rule actually means. There's a lot of confusing information circulating online, and some headlines make it sound like Social Security is going to freeze everyone's bank account or stop payments in September. That is not what the official information says. The real issue is much more practical. The federal government has been moving benefit payments toward electronic methods, and Social Security is continuing that transition in 2026. The agency says federal benefit payments are required to be made electronically, with direct deposit into a bank account or payment through the Direct Express program among the available options. If you are already receiving your Social Security payment by direct deposit into your normal bank account, you generally do not need to make a change, simply because September is approaching. But you should make sure the bank information Social Security has on file is still correct. Think about what can happen in real life. Maybe you changed banks last year and forgot to update Social Security. Maybe you opened a new checking account and planned to switch the deposit later, but never completed the process. Maybe your bank merged with another institution and your account information changed. Maybe you're helping your spouse or parent with their finances, and you are not even sure which account currently receives the Social Security payment. These situations can create unnecessary confusion. Social Security specifically provides a way for beneficiaries to review and manage direct deposit information through a personal My Social Security account. That is why checking your information now is such a simple but important step. Here is exactly what I would recommend. If you receive Social Security retirement, survivor, or disability benefits, sign into your personal My Social Security account and review the information connected to your benefits. Look at your payment information and make sure the bank account receiving your deposit is the account you actually use. The official SSA website says beneficiaries can use their personal account to set up or change direct deposit, change their address, view benefit information, and access other important services. If everything is correct, you don't need to change anything just for the sake of changing it. The goal is simply to verify that the information is accurate. And this is where the new security procedures become extremely important. Social Security has strengthened identity verification for people who want to change direct deposit information. The reason is simple. Criminals have increasingly targeted benefit payments by attempting to change the bank account information attached to someone else's Social Security record. SSA reported that approximately 40% of Social Security direct deposit fraud was associated with someone calling the agency to change bank information. That is why changing the bank account connected to your benefits is no longer treated like an ordinary customer service request. The agency wants to make sure that the person making the request is actually the beneficiary. So if you have not changed your bank account, don't panic because of these identity verification rules. The official guidance says you do not need to prove your identity simply to continue receiving your benefits into the bank account already on Social Security's records. This is an extremely important distinction. There's a difference between continuing to receive your normal Social Security payment and requesting a change to the bank account where your payment is deposited. If your account is correct and you aren't changing anything, you generally don't need to take action just because of the identity verification rules. However, if you really do need to change your bank account, you should know how the process works. The easiest option is generally to use your personal My Social Security account. SSA says that beneficiaries can update their direct deposit information online, and if the online process cannot be completed, the agency will provide instructions for the next step. There are also other ways to make a change, including working with your financial institution, if it offers the appropriate electronic enrollment service. So don't wait until the last possible moment if you're planning to close an old account or move your Social Security payments to a new bank. And there's one mistake I especially want seniors to avoid. Never close your old bank account immediately after requesting a Social Security direct deposit change. Social Security's own retirement guidance warns people changing financial institutions or accounts not to close the old account until they have confirmed that Social Security benefits are being deposited into the new account. This is common sense, but people sometimes get excited about switching banks, move all their money, close the old account, and then discover that the benefit payment is still connected to the previous account. Give the transition time to complete and verify that the new deposit is working before shutting down the old account. Now let's talk about another part of this situation that is becoming increasingly important: scams. If you are a Social Security recipient, you should assume that scammers are interested in your benefits. They may call pretending to be Social Security. They may send a text message claiming that your bank information needs to be verified. They may send an email telling you that your Social Security payment will stop unless you click a link. They may even pretend to be a bank employee and ask for information they supposedly need to protect your Social Security deposit. This is exactly why seniors need to slow down whenever someone unexpectedly asks for banking information. One particularly important warning from Social Security is that the agency does not send text messages asking you to provide or confirm information for identity verification. So if you receive a message saying, "Your Social Security account needs to be verified before September," click here, stop. Don't click the link. Don't enter your Social Security number. Don't provide your bank account number. Don't provide your password. Instead, go directly to the official Social Security website yourself and access your account through the legitimate site. This matters because scammers understand that seniors are watching the news about Social Security changes. They can take a real government announcement and turn it into a fake emergency. They might say, "New bank rules start September 1st." They might tell you that your payment will be frozen unless you verify your account within 24 hours. They might even know your name or partial personal information, which can make the call sound legitimate. But knowing some of your information does not prove that the person contacting you is actually from Social Security. In today's environment, you should never give sensitive financial information simply because someone claims to be a government employee. Another thing you should check before September is your contact information. This sounds simple, but it can become very important. If your mailing address, phone number, or other contact information is outdated, you may miss important communications. The My Social Security account allows beneficiaries to update certain personal information, including their address and phone number. So if you moved recently, changed your phone number, or are helping a parent who has relocated, take a moment to verify that the information is accurate. This is especially important for seniors who have someone else helping them with their finances. Maybe your daughter helps you pay bills. Maybe your son manages your bank account. Maybe a trusted relative helps you monitor your Social Security. That's fine, but make sure you still understand where your Social Security payment is going. Don't assume that someone else has everything under control. You should know which bank receives the money, what day the payment normally arrives, and how to check the transaction yourself. Having this basic information can help you spot a problem quickly. There's also a major distinction between a regular Social Security beneficiary and someone receiving SSI, or Supplemental Security Income. Some online instructions about changing direct deposit may not apply exactly the same way to every type of benefit. SSA notes that some direct deposit services differ depending on the benefit type. So don't follow a random YouTube comment, Facebook post, or text message telling you what to do. Verify the instructions for your specific benefit directly through Social Security. Now, what if you don't have a traditional bank account? You are not automatically excluded from receiving electronic federal benefits. Social Security says beneficiaries can receive payments through direct deposit or through the Direct Express program. In addition, SSA announced in 2026 that the Direct Express program is transitioning to a new financial agent, Fifth Third Bank, with existing cardholders transitioning later this year or early next year. Existing cardholders are expected to receive advance notice and should continue using their current cards as instructed until the transition occurs. So if you use Direct Express, don't respond to an unsolicited message telling you to immediately send your card information or account details. Wait for official communications and verify them. The biggest takeaway from all of this is that September should not be viewed as a date when every Social Security recipient suddenly loses access to their money. Instead, think of September as a good reminder to perform a Social Security payment safety check. Verify your bank account. Verify your contact information. Check your My Social Security account. Look at your recent payment history. Make sure you know where your benefit is going. And if you're planning to change banks, complete that process carefully before closing your old account. I also want you to check your recent bank statements. Don't just look for the amount of your Social Security deposit. Look at the date, the description of the transaction, and the account receiving the money. If you suddenly see a Social Security-related transaction that you don't recognize, investigate it immediately. If your normal payment doesn't arrive when expected, don't automatically assume that Social Security has stopped your benefits. First, check whether there's a banking issue, a weekend or holiday timing issue, or another legitimate explanation. Then contact the appropriate agency through official channels. And remember, Social Security will not ask you to pay a fee to unlock your monthly benefit through a random text message or phone call. If someone tells you that your bank account has been flagged and you need to send money, buy gift cards, transfer cryptocurrency, or provide your banking password to restore your Social Security payment, that is a massive warning sign. Hang up and contact Social Security yourself through an official channel. For seniors watching this, I want you to make one promise to yourself. Don't wait until there is a payment problem to discover that your information is outdated. Take 10 minutes now. Open your official My Social Security account. Check the information. If everything is correct, you're done. If something is wrong, correct it through the official process. And if you're not comfortable doing this online, ask a trusted family member to help you navigate the official website. But make sure you remain involved and understand what information is being changed. The good news is that Social Security has made the online account more useful in 2026. The agency updated the MI Social Security portal with a redesigned interface and continues to provide tools for managing benefits, including setting up or changing direct deposit and reviewing important benefit information. This means you don't necessarily need to spend hours on the phone just to check basic information. So before September 2026, remember these 5 simple steps. First, check the bank account connected to your Social Security benefits. Second, verify your contact information. Third, review your recent payment history. Fourth, make sure you know how to securely access your My Social Security account. And fifth, be extremely cautious about texts, emails, and phone calls asking for your banking or Social Security information. These steps don't take long, but they can give you much greater confidence that your monthly benefit is going where it is supposed to go. And finally, don't let a dramatic headline convince you that your Social Security check is automatically going to disappear in September. The official information does not say that everyone must change their bank account or that normal benefits will suddenly stop. In fact, SSA specifically says people can continue receiving benefits at the bank account already on record without proving their identity simply to continue those payments. The real issue is making sure your information is accurate and protecting yourself against fraud during a period when electronic payments and identity verification are receiving increased attention. Your Social Security benefit represents years of work and contributions. And for many Americans, it is one of the most important sources of retirement income. That's why protecting the payment information attached to that benefit should be part of your regular financial routine. Don't panic. Don't respond to suspicious messages. Don't give strangers access to your bank account. Just verify your information through official channels and take action if something is actually wrong. If you found this information useful, share this video with a parent, grandparent, friend, or anyone else who receives Social Security. Sometimes, the person who needs this information most isn't the person watching the video. It's an older family member who may not be comfortable checking their account online. A few minutes of help today could prevent a much bigger problem later. And before you make any change to your Social Security or bank information, always verify the current instructions directly with the Social Security Administration or your financial institution.